Bum, bum, bum. I win! Hello, hello. Good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. Good morning. Hi, hi. Hi, I have had a very productive past couple of weeks, so I'm very happy. I took a break. I'm very sad that I couldn't stream, but I kind of needed to take a break. Anyways, thank you so much for being patient with me. Yeah, I was just work, work, work. I know, right? I mean, that's the thing that's so interesting about like my viewers on AniLive. Like, I honestly thought that I would have a lot more child viewers on here because of like my weird energy sometimes. But I do appreciate having adults because it's like as soon as I talk about work, people are like, "Oh yeah, I get it." Hi Taff, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing okay. Good morning. Good morning to everyone in Twitch as well. How are you guys? It's been a while. I've missed you. Yeah, Israel. See, that's the thing. Like being a princess, like you think I'd like just be lazing about all day, but no, it's actually a lot of work. Honestly, so many responsibilities. Yeah, yeah, that's oh, you know what? That's something that I thought was very interesting was when they conducted this survey, and apparently people in my country, like, we are the worst at having work life balance. It's either if you want to have a good social life, you're gonna sacrifice your work. If you want to focus on work, you're gonna sacrifice your social life. That's why I haven't gone outside in a while. I think the last time I've been outside was when I went to go to the farmers market a few days ago, and even then I was just out for like less than 20 minutes. You're reading the Japanese. I know, right? That's the thing that's so funny about it. It's like I thought they would be much worse. No, you know who I appreciate though? The Italians. The Italians are great at balancing work and life because they kind of make it a law where you need to go on a break. Like they're like, hey, take a month off, bro. It's like you've been working all year. But like in corporate America, it's like you take one day off to give birth, you gotta come back to work the next day, otherwise you're fired. Them in the Spanish for their siestas. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's so weird about this line of work as well. I've had to take a bunch of siestas lately. So before we started streaming with Nexas, I used to stream at like 2 a.m. and then I would sleep the whole day. And then I fixed my sleep schedule like the months leading up to our debuts, and then when I started streaming again, I ruined my sleep schedule once more. So the past couple of weeks I've been taking a lot of afternoon naps. And it's been getting hot too. Like it was cold not too long ago, and it started to get hot again, and it's like, I don't know if you guys have felt this, but every time it's like, this when the seasons are changing, it's like oh, hi Crunchy, sorry, I didn't see you there. Yeah, it's like when the seasons start changing, and it's kind of weird because it's like, okay, it was just cold and now it's hot again. And it's like it feels like I'm getting defrosted, like when you take like a pack of frozen hot dogs out of the freezer, and then it starts getting all soft and like not sweaty, but you get what I mean. Hi Vape Nation. I can't do it on stream, but like I'm doing like the symbol, like the cool kids do. Because I'm hip with the kids. Because I'm so young, and I'm a delicate innocent flower. I've just started blooming. Yeah, hello. Having horrible lately, running on 4 hours when I used to get, oh yuck. Ooh, that's the thing too. It's like whatever your body's used to, like once you start changing, like it's gonna ruin you, man. It's like I remember when I would usually run on like 2 hours of sleep, and then the only time I would go to bed is when I would crash, and that's not good. Youngest royal, yeah, I'm very hip, young, and fresh. Yeah, but anyways, it's like I remember when I used to sleep for like 30 minutes to 2 hours. My friends were always concerned about that. And then now I've been trying to get more sleep, but it's like there's no balance. Like I can't sleep for 8 hours. Like it always ends up being like 2 hours or 12 hours. It's like it's surprising no one checks on me to see if I'm still breathing. Hi to everybody who just joined. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Good morning. I don't even watch H3 nor do I vape. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, hell yeah. That's the Vape Nation. Totally unrelated. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just kind of it's one of those things where your body is unsure of what's happening. It's like, oh God, we're sleeping longer than normal. Are we low battery? Are we on low battery? I must be exhausted. I don't know. Being someone who undersleeps or oversleeps, that always like messes with you. Like that's what I've noticed. And at least I've experienced both sides, and both are horrible. I don't think I've ever slept normally before in my life. Do you have a favorite font? Been trying to caption clips and trying to use different fonts. Ooh, I use a lot of fonts from like thefont.com. Let me check on them. I know I went with Royal Signature. What else? What else? Let me check real quick. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so happy I can just like easily check. What are the fonts I like? I like Royal Signage regular. That could also be under the name Royal Queen, I believe. That's the thing too. Different websites will call the same fonts different things sometimes. Um, what else do I like? I like this one called Lotus Eater, but it's not like the most bold of fonts. This other one called Quintessential is also kind of nice. I don't know. It's like any fancy font. I like serif fonts. Like if you don't know what a serif is, it's like those little thingies, like the tails on the ends of letters. Like right now. Oh, hi Descon. Welcome Luigi. Welcome Ramses. Hi. Welcome to everybody. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Good morning. Um, yeah. So like right now, the font on AniLive is what we call sans serif, because it does not have the little tails on the ends of the letters. So we got like serif fonts only. I know, right? Yeah, it's been a while since we've had my morning wood. um, Anyways, thank you, Iwan. Thank you. You're so considerate. Thank you. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, thank you. Hi, Kaisha. Either way, hello, welcome, good morning. Anyways, you guys, I've been doing a lot. I have so like I know I told you guys about the times when I was going out a lot a couple weeks ago, and then I went on break because I was like, okay, I need to actually just pull back from the socialization. I remember I got scolded by someone recently. They were like, "Okay, you have too many projects. Maybe you shouldn't like talk to people as much. Like maybe stop like replying as much." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I can't help it. Like I'll wake up to like 7 DMs and then I'll just be like, okay, let me just answer these work emails for like the next hour." Also, yeah, happy October. That's a thing too. It's like I was like, okay, we're gonna start streaming again for October. I was like, woo. Yeah, exactly. Sit down and lock in. Exactly. That's the thing too. It's like that's the tricky thing about working, at least for me, because my thing is that it's so easy for me to get into like a flow state where I just don't stop, and then I overwork myself, and then I kind of need to stop out of just from exhaustion. And then because I took a break, it's so hard for me to get back into it. It's like I got scolded one time because because I was just supposed to work for 2 hours. I ended up working for 5 hours. It's like I got time blindness. I can't tell what time it is because I'm just like, oh, let me just watch something for 20 minutes, and then I check the time. And it's like, oh, it's been 2 hours. uh, yeah, talk to less people. I know, right? Zuziak. Hi, welcome. How are you? Good morning. Once you get the ball rolling, you keep exactly. It's like I don't know. I've always been kind of like that. Maybe it's because of the way I was raised or the way I was in school. Because I was kind of like a Hermione Granger, bookworm, book nerd kind of a person, where it was like I was always working on something. Like I remember that I refused to hang out with people who didn't study because I felt like hanging out with them will influence me to stop studying, and because of that, I would like my grades would suffer for it, and so I insisted on hanging out with people who also studied. I was kind of a nerd. Um, yeah, hi Red, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. Um, Working a non-salaried set schedule job. I know, right? That I know. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. That's why it's like the only difference between me and me now and me back then is that I am in charge of my own schedule. Am I good at it? No. But like I'm trying. I'm trying to sort it out because it's weird to have to work in time to socialize with people, you know? Like that's so weird because back at school, you would just hang out with the people in your class. Like even if you didn't have any friends, you would just talk to the person next to you if you could, right? But it's like when you're older, then then the people in school, because I'm a young person, you know, I'm a young person. Um, when you're a bit older, you basically have to set aside time to meet up with people, hang out with friends, and it's harder when they start having their own jobs and if they start traveling or if they have their own families, you know. That's why when you're a bit less young, exactly, when you're a bit less young than the average young person, you know, when you're older than a young person. You know those people that are like, oh, happy birthday, how young are you? The holy copium, you know. But I don't know, it's just kind of it's weird because this is something that I knew about even back when I was younger. um not that long ago. I just remembered hearing about how when you're in a bit, I don't know if it necessarily has to be a high schooler or a college student, but like basically someone older than a child, you know, because you could be an adult or you could be a teenager, and basically it's all the same thing. You have three things that you need to keep track of: your social life, your personal time with yourself, and also, you know, time for your hobbies and stuff like that. And then you also have school, and then you also have okay, yeah, so it's so when you're a student, for example, a student or employee, so you have your social life or personal life, I guess, because that could also include yourself, sleep, and then work. And you basically only get two of those things. If you want to focus on having a lot of sleep and a lot of work done, you are not gonna be able to socialize as much as you want. If you're gonna socialize a lot and also sleep, you're not gonna get work done. If you're gonna, you know, it's basically like you can only have two of those things. And I tried having all three the past couple of months, and I did not do a good job balancing it. I was sacrificing either my sleep or my work. And now I'm sacrificing my social life. And it's weird because it's like I have to put in work to talk to my friends. Yeah, I know, right? It's definitely a struggle that I'm still having to figure out, because I remember when I was younger and back at the Royal Academy. um I didn't really socialize that much. It was just a little bit, you know. It's like if I needed to talk to someone, I could just easily, like, you know, walk up to them or just DM them on Facebook, and then usually it's about school stuff. I know I'm a huge nerd. Like my idea of breaking the ice is asking someone about schoolwork. Like if I don't know someone very well, if I want to strike up conversation, I just go like, "Did you do the homework for this person's class? Did you study for our exam for science class later?" Ozzy, welcome. Good morning, detective. How are you? It's been a while. What grade you got on that last? I know, right? It's like when you just this is this is so lame of me, but my favorite times would be right before an exam or right after an exam, because then I could use that as an excuse to strike up conversation with somebody. Hi Jen, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Like I would either start up conversations like, oh, did you study for the exam later? Or if it's like the next day, then I'll be like, did you do well on your exam? Like what grade did you get? What did you answer for number four? Yeah, thank you, thank you. It's good to see you too. I don't. How do people? How do people talk to strangers? I don't know. See, here's the thing. As a princess, like I would only really need to talk to people if I need to. It's like if I have something to talk about. Like I could congratulate a colleague on their debut, or on a recent event. We could talk about something, something that I know we have in common. But the people that can just strike up conversation when they go out to a bar or something, or even just like while walking around, they can just like talk to a stranger, and I'm just like, how are you doing that right now? Like, how are like I know, right? Because here's the thing, it's like a lot of what I do is fake it till you make it. I remember last year somebody told me that they couldn't believe that I was an introvert. And I was like, no, no, I am. Like, believe me, like, I definitely am. Yeah, it's like when it comes to making friends, I'm not very good at it. It's kind of like I guess it's not that I'm not good at it. It's more of I'm never 100% sure of what to do, and that's kind of how I approach everything in life. It's like, yeah, I'm doing this, but do I know exactly what I'm doing? Absolutely not. Like, little talk sometimes you really, yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like a lot of the time I want to get to a point where a lot of introverts are like this, actually. I want to get to a point where I can just talk to somebody about the real stuff, about deep things, like, oh, like, oh man, it's so hard to talk to people, like, even that's like a deep conversation. But how do you get to that point, because people are like, oh, like, I have social anxiety. I don't want to make small talk. I want to talk about the real issues in life, and stuff like that. I want to talk about stuff that you would talk to a friend at 3 a.m. And I'm just like, yeah, but how do you start the conversation? They're not like Chat GPT, where you could just be like, what's the weather like today? Like a VTuber that no, imagine. uh, um, I can strike up a conversation with most anyone, but my introversion shows up when people try inviting me places. Oh my god, bro. I am so eager to being invited to things, but if you're asking me to leave my room, I'm gonna have to like think on it. I'm gonna have to like, I don't know, like how, like, are you gonna are you gonna pay for me? Like, is there food there? Who's coming? Like, and also it's like I have to take into the account of like what the weather is gonna be like, what time of day it is. Like, I remember this one time I was supposed to go out to dinner with my friends, because they were coming in from out of town, and I haven't seen them in a while. So we were going out to dinner, and then they said that somebody else wanted to come, so he invited himself to our friend group dinner. And I've never met this person, but it's their friend, so I was like, okay, you can bring your friend. But then that guy was like, yeah, but I'm going grocery shopping with my wife, so it's like, is it cool if we make it a lunch instead? And then and I was just kind of annoyed. I mean, if you're gonna invite yourself to a function, maybe also don't try to dictate what the function is gonna be, because he picked the restaurant and the time, and then he had a fight with the person that invited us all out in the first place, and so he just like uninvited himself, and so we went back to our original plans, and I was like, that's so annoying. Yeah, It's like, oh, let me show up to your birthday party even though I don't know you, and then I'm gonna complain about where we're going, and I'm gonna make you change the time we're meeting, and also pick the restaurant so it suits my diet. And I'm like, bro, like, oh my goodness, yeah, that's the thing too. We were you can live in shush, shush, Jin. Yeah, no, it's like yeah, shows up uninvited. That's the thing too. It wasn't that he showed up uninvited; he invited himself. Which I thought was very interesting. And then when we told him where we were going, because we were gonna get like unlimited chicken wings, he was like, "Yeah, but like I don't know, man, I don't really like eating oily food. So can we eat somewhere else?" So we were gonna go to a different restaurant, even though we were looking forward to the chicken wing place. So we were gonna go somewhere else. And then he was like, "Yeah, but I'm also going out grocery shopping with my wife. So can we move it up to? So can we have lunch instead of dinner? Because I'm gonna be out anyways." I'm like, bro, what? Like, how do you even respond to that? It's the audacity and the entitlement that really gets me. It's like, when people are like that, it's almost comical. It's like I can't even be super angry because it's like, where do you have the gall to act like that? Like, I'm just taken aback by it. It's very shocking. um, when someone invites someone else, inviting a friend. I believe that if you're going to invite someone that wasn't invited, you have to ask the person who invited you first, right? So, for example, like let's say it's my birthday party and I invite a friend and they want to bring their younger sister or their partner or their friend. And you have to ask first, before showing up. You can't just show up with that person. You have to text them or something. Be like, "Hey, I'm out with my younger sister, and my mom isn't picking her up yet. Is it cool if I take her with me to your party?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Yeah, it's a lot of the time, you don't take into account like that's an extra head to pay for, right? So if it's a function that unless you decide to pay for that person, at least ask first. Oh, especially if it's something like a group that this person does not know, or like if it's a place like, let's say like you're bringing your younger sister but we're going to a bar. Obviously we're gonna have to like adjust the plans. Ask ahead. Just it's just like a little bit of, yeah, it's common courtesy. Not very common, surprisingly. um but yeah, if it's not your thing, then you kind of have to ask for permission, because it's like they'll probably be cool with it, but it's good to give them a heads up. That's the thing. It's like a heads up would be nice. That's why they always say that. Anyways, so speaking of which, I have not socialized in a while. The most I've socialized this week was when I went to the farmers market over the weekend. I I went down the elevator with this gym bro. Very funny. I've seen him around. He's I'm not making fun of him. It's just he's just someone I noticed because he's very short, but he's really jacked. I don't know what to call that type of person, but like he'll beat me up. Like I'm not gonna make fun of him for being short. It's just I notice him. Plus he's very bald and wears like the same outfit every time I see him. He's always going to the gym. He's always ready for the gym, bro. uh, anyways, so we went down the elevator together, and then we both went to the farmers market, and then we came back basically the same time. And then that's when he laughed, and I also like laughed. And then in the elevator, he was like, "Oh, we almost made it at the exact same time, ha ha ha!" And I was like, "Yeah." And I remembered, like in my head, I was just like, okay, I have to be nice. I have to say something. So when he steps off the elevator, I'll say, "Have a good day." And I was like preparing for it in my head, right? I was like mentally preparing for it. I was, and then he says, "Have a nice day," and I was like, "Have you too." He threw me off. Oh, come on. I don't know if you guys are like that, but it's like when you mentally prepare what you're gonna say when you go up, like let's say if you go up to order at a fast food place, or yeah, let's say like McDonald's, you go up to the counter, and then you've mentally prepared what your order is gonna be, and then you tell them, and then they tell you some of the items are unavailable, and so now you have to scramble for an answer. Like Bochi, shush. I'm very. That's a thing too. I remember when I watched Bochi the Rock, I was like, should he just like me for real? Oh god, he beat you to it. 20 Farmer Jim Bro story. Um, but yeah, no, it's like it's very funny because I'm the type of person that was raised to only speak when spoken to. So it is like if I have to speak first, I have to mentally prepare for it, and I have to like come up with what I'm gonna say and mentally come up with a script. And sometimes I'll even like whisper it out loud to myself just to make sure I say it right, and then I fuck up. Uh, plan out a convo so much you can't come. I know, right? It's like I can't figure out. Like I was like, oh, I didn't know I'd get here. Let me come up with an alternate answer. I would repeat it in my head over and over. That's the problem when you over prepare, and then it doesn't go the way that you think it's gonna go, and then you're just like, oh, okay. Hi, Karma, welcome. Yeah, it's like yeah. How do you respond to that sort of that's the thing that's so interesting about me. I'm a yapper, but I get tongue tied very easily. Like it's so easy to throw me off my game. I remember during my debut here on AniLive, I had practiced saying Azila's name over and over because I was so nervous preparing for, because it was Leobel and then me and then Azila. Like that was like the lineup. And so I was like preparing. I was like, okay, Leah Bell's done, and I'm gonna go start my stream now. And then I remembered I had mentally prepared going, oh hi Karma, I miss you too. I had mentally prepared saying Azila's full name, Azila Sheffield, Azila Sheffield. Because before then we've never really said each other's names out loud, except for like a few of us, like who've been in like VCs together, and so I didn't know how you were supposed to pronounce her name, but I could kind of figure out how you pronounce it. But so when it was my turn and I was like wrapping things up on my debut stream, I remember messing up how you pronounce like Sheffield. Like, oh wait, it wasn't that I messed up the pronunciation. I legit forgot what the name was. I said Izila, and I was like, oh, what was it? I messed up. I completely forgot what it was. To be fair, I was also drinking, but that's probably unrelated. Um, but yeah, it's like it's so easy to catch me off guard because I am an overthinker. So yeah, like you said, I don't know what to do when an alternate route is presented before me. I'm just like, I didn't know that you were gonna ask me how my day was. It's okay, I guess. I thought you were gonna ask me about what we're gonna do today for today's project. um, and the worst is that there's always an alternate. I know, right? That's the thing that's so difficult about real life. It's like, oh, I picked the wrong dialogue option and I can't go back. How long did it take you to get to use Enaria Liliales? Still trips me up. Oh, it trips me up every time I have to type it out. It's very. I didn't take it into account when I picked my name. I didn't take into account how difficult it would be to type it out. I was just like, well, people have said the name Lilia or before, and Lilium, so it's my pain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hi Anne, welcome. Nice to see you again. Hello, hello. But no, it's like how funny picking my name was. As a monarch, you have to pick your regnal name. That's what they're called. Like when a king or a queen ascends the throne, they have to pick a name. That's why there's so many of them. Like, did you really think there were that many Georges? No, they were all named different things. I've been watching The Crown recently, so that's why I know the word. But anyways, when I picked my regnal name, Inaria, I just remembered thinking, okay, I want to pick a name that nobody else has. So I just remembered constantly. I just spent like an entire evening typing out VTuber and then like a bunch of names that I picked out. There were so many that other people had already picked or were very similar, and I was like, ah, crap. And I wanted to be Enaria the first, Enaria first of her name. So that's why because at least I wanted it to be a thing where it's like, oh, if you say the name Enaria, you're not gonna confuse me with another Enaria. Like there's no other Enaria. Oh, thank you so much for the kiss. Mwah! Thank you. I hope you drive safe and have a good day at work today. Bye bye. Um, we need to get you a whole set of monikers when you become queen. Yeah, it's like yeah, what what would you call me? If you guys have seen Game of Thrones, Daenerys had so many monikers. It was uh, Daenerys of House Targaryen, first of her name, Queen of Breaker of Chains, Queen of the Andals, and of the Marine, the Khaleesi of the Great Grassy, something like that. Mother of Dragons. Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot. Let me cook for 5 minutes. Okay, got you, Ozzy. We already have like her royal wineness. What else? And we would be What would you guys call me though? Inaria the drunk, Inaria the drunken, Inaria the not addict. Speaking of which, I got called an alcoholic once more. I was very peeved, and I had to fight for my life again. And I was just like, why do people call me an alcoholic? Like, sure, I drank a beer last night, but that's unrelated. It was just one. But no, Tetera, we can't use that word. I already asked. They won't allow it. That's why it's the unofficial name. Wink, wink. The drunkard Liliales. Yeah, no, I don't. The drunkard. Oh, that makes me sound so horrible. It's like, oh, the town drunk. How funny would it be? It's like you guys think about how bad it has to be for people to refer to you as a town drunk. Because back then everyone's drinking, everyone's drinking wine or mead or beer, and then they're just like, oh, there goes George again, the town drunk. Alcohol alcohol. That's funny. But like that's gonna be worse to type out than Lily Alice. Every moniker you have represents a crazy stream moment. Gonna have no the non. No, we're not. We're not doing the furry thing. But like how would we come up with monikers, I guess. Yeah, like an aria first of her name, the consumer of wine, consumer of alcohol. Yeah. But man, God, I'm gonna need my inhaler of asthma if I keep this up. I need some water. Hang on. You're a furry? No, I'm not. The furry denier. That could be a moniker for me too. A furry denier. Owner of two big bedtime soother. No association. The furry denier. I think that would be kind of funny though. I will fight against the furries. We will fight them. We will fight them on the beaches. We will fight them on the shut up, furry denier. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've been watching a lot of um historical pieces recently. Like I just spent so many like the past few days I've been watching a lot of Nazi Germany type stuff. And I mean it started out with me watching Chernobyl stuff and going on and just deep diving. And then I was curious about Nazi Germany. So I watched Oppenheimer, I watched some other crap. I can't remember the titles. I binge watch a lot, you know. And so it's like, yeah. Those wacky Nazis. I think it's funny when they pronounce it like that, Nazi. um, Enaria Liliales, Princess of Castania, Queen of the Enthusiasts, her royal wineness, consumer of alcohol, the furry denying, mommy of degenerates. Hey! That is funny. The wine flooded court. That is good. That I like that one. Um, they're the bad guys. Why were they so stylish? I know, right? That's what I thought. Like when I was watching I was watching this movie recently. It was called The Zone of Interest, and it's basically about it's like the daily lives of the Nazis. Because like the guy lived right next to Auschwitz because he was in charge of that. So we were like following like him and his family and how their daily lives were. Basically, it was very interesting how it was framed because Nazis in Germany, they're just normal Germans, as bad as that was. It's just kind of they're desensitized to everything. It's very weird. But I mean, lots of people in many countries these days, like they're very neutral or like desensitized to like the wars happening in their countries. So it makes sense that they get like that. But it's very interesting how it was framed because everything was just happening in the background. Like while the kids are playing in the yard, you can hear the screams of the Jewish prisoners in Auschwitz. So that was very interesting. But what I thought was funny was when I just cried, when I just like said out loud when I was watching it, I was like, I like their pants, like they're very shapely, Like I like the Nazi uniform pants. They have an interesting shape to them. They're like, oh, I'm gonna have some voluminous pantaloons. Man, I say the weirdest shit on stream. What a wacky slice of life show. Exactly, that's what it was. It's literally a slice of life Nazi Germany film. So as I mentioned, yeah, okay, the title is The Zone of Interest. I think you guys might like it. It's harrowing because when you know what's happening in the background, it's very weird to stomach the rest of the film because like it's just a slice of life about this German family. They're talking about him getting a promotion and having to discuss whether or not they should move, and it's like it's Auschwitz, like right next door. It's very weird. So average millennial on late 2000s, exactly. Very strange time. I mean, after a while, I'm sure they started making jokes about it because I mean, look at all the people that were making memes about 9/11 or the Titanic. It's very weird. Like, but that was happening at the same time because I mean, okay, think about how everyone was during the pandemic. People were dying, and people were just focused on making bread and dalgona coffees, and they're stressing out because they lost their job and everything. But like a lot of people were dying. We were in a global pandemic. So it is possible to still be like that even to this day. Like it's still happening to this day. So I thought that was very interesting because whenever you do any like film about like Nazi Germany or World War II in general, it's always so severe. It's always so like in your face about like the horrors that took place, right? So it was a really interesting way to frame it where it's like we're always focused on the horrible stuff. Let's focus on how neutral these people were about the whole thing. Like they were either pretending they didn't notice or they did notice but they didn't care. It's interesting. It's a slice of life about Nazis. um but yeah, so I thought that was very interesting. And yeah, I was watching. After that, I started watching The Crown because I thought like, oh, like I wonder how they dealt with the war. You know, back then they just called World War I like the Great War, and then because they weren't expecting a sequel. You know, like you wouldn't call a big war like that. You wouldn't call it World War I like as if you're expecting another one soon. That's how movies are titled. You know, it's like, for example, The Lion King isn't called The Lion King One, but you call it that now. Like you call it like The Lion King One because there is a one and two. So it's the same thing with World Wars. It's like they weren't expecting a sequel. um, but it is interesting. It was very interesting. I watched a lot of serious stuff lately, and I guess I am kind of getting desensitized in a way where it's like I'm very neutral, like not neutral, like I don't care, more like I'm not gonna cry every time I hear about how horrible something is, but I am like, it still hits different. It's like hearing about any type of travesty, you're going to feel some type of way unless you're crazy. Unless you're a sociopath. But other than that, you're kind of just like, oh man, so many people died during 9/11. So many people died in war. So many people died on the Titanic. Recently, they started, excuse me. Recently, they started talking about Ocean Gate again. So that was interesting. People don't care about the people that died anymore. Like they're now talking about how much of a failure this whole project was because they're finding out just how bad the construction of that um it's not a submarine. What do they call it? Submersible. Ugh, I hate that word. Just call it a submarine, bro. Rigsy! Ooh, I miss Rigsy. How are you? Hey, girl. Hey. Hi. Good morning. Hello. What are those? Shut up. um, Emotionally from a personal account, but more wider scope things just sober me. That's the thing too. It's like I remembered when I first watched the Titanic movie. I did not care about anyone that was dying, right? Like all I was kind of like I had a blank look on my face the whole time. But as soon as like it got to that part near the end where they went that other boat went back to try to rescue some survivors, and they came back too late and everyone froze to death already. They already died from hypothermia. I just remembered, like, as soon as I saw that mother clutching her dead baby in her arms, I started crying my eyes out. So it's kind of like that, where it's like thinking about the numbers. You're like, oh, this many people died on the Titanic, but then you think about, oh, this person like lost their child. That a baby died. Or like an old couple died. It's when it gets a bit more personal. That's when it starts hitting different. What is with this music? That is strange. I'm gonna, I'm gonna go something a bit more funky. Dr. Fish did Ocean Gate. It's all his fault. He's the mastermind behind it. He's the criminal. He's the perpetrator. Who brings a baby on a cruise? Well, I mean, at the time, a lot of like the thing that was happening on the Titanic was that people were kind of migrating from Ireland or the UK in general, but mostly from Ireland to New York, I believe. So it was a migration thing. I feel like most people shouldn't travel with babies, but sometimes that happens. Speaking of which, there was a TikTok couple that got in trouble for that, for leaving their children unattended in their room while they went off to go vlog or something, and they got a lot of flack for that. And then I just thought, that's bad. Like there's a reason why so many kidnappings happen on cruise lines, because a lot of people just leave their children unattended on those cruises. Very bad, very bad. Yeah. Would I think about having children, and then I hear people down the hallway, and I can hear them screaming, because I can hear their children screaming, and I'm just like, maybe I don't want kids, actually. Maybe I don't want them after all. Stuff Crass, welcome. Nice to see you again. It's like the thing that gets me is like it's like the cute moments, the Instagrammable moments of like, oh, I want to buy like a little baby, cute little shoes, and like play with their little toesies, put them in little socks, and like bake cookies with them or something like that. Those cute moments. That's what gets me. That's what that's what brings out my my natural instincts to breed. That's what brings it out. That's what makes me want to be a mom. And then I hear like this like the loudest child screech I've ever heard, and then I'm just like, you know what? I changed my mind. Never mind. I don't want kids anymore. Baby fever without the baby. Get a puppy. I think I would like to, like, because every time I feel like I want a baby, I'm just like, you know what, maybe I should just get a fur baby, and then I could maybe babysit my friends' babies, but I don't want to have to deal with like the baby themselves. Can I just like adopt like a child? Like, I don't want to adopt a baby, because like at least if it's like a child, they can speak English, they can they've already been potty trained. I didn't have to do it. It's like, I want. It's like, how people normally want like a puppy, so that you're not stuck with like an old dog who's like a little difficult, right? For me, I'm the opposite. I'd rather deal with like a slightly older child. That way, I can put them to work as soon as possible. Children are just, your blood related slaves. You can just ask them to do whatever, and like the most you can say is like, well, I'm telling you to do this, so you have to do it. I mean, is it weird to say children are slaves? Kinda. You're not paying them a salary, so they're I'm the cool uncle. I want to be the cool rich aunt that travels everywhere and has no kids but gives the best Christmas presents, due to the fact that I have no kids. And that's the thing. That's the thing, Rigsy. If anyone ever tells you that you should breed and have kids of your own, even though you don't want to, just tell them, "Hey, I'm trying to afford living right now. Let's not get me broke so quickly, okay? Like, until the economy sorts itself out, don't be pressured into breeding, unless you're into that sort of thing." Can a robot get prego? I think you have to install an update. Maybe like maybe check maybe check your antivirus if it's updated. um, I wonder how weird it feels to get like can I say the word? I mean, I'm sure I could probably say the word, like, in case I can't say a certain word that starts with the letter A, we'll just say fetus deletus as slang, as a euphemism. But whenever people talk about like the fetus deletus thing, they never talk about how it feels right after. It's like, does it feel weird? Like, does your body go into shock? Like, does it feel like you just had a bad tummy ache recently? Like, what, are you recovering? Is there something to recover from? I don't know. You just had a living tumor taken out, so it's like, how does that feel, like, physically? Like, not, yeah, like, shush, camera. Hasn't tried oh god. Oh my gosh. Hang on, I got it. Oh, I need water. My throat is dry. Somebody lubricate my throat. Hang on. Oh my god. Okay. Don't be pressured into breeding even after the economy improves, please. Yeah, exactly. I remember this one time, I saw this post that said something like, it was, excuse me. I know she tweets about breeding every other day. Yeah, I remember. Okay, so I was discussing this with Manesan because we were talking about uh Twitch debut, and then I remembered he said something. he says I have like Bao vibe sometimes, like Bao the whale, and I'm just like, yeah, she's one of my Oshi, she's one of my inspirations. I don't know what it is about girl failure royals, but I love them so much, especially if they're horn dogs. I love them. But yeah, it's like I'm surprised I don't breed. I mean, whoa. I meant I'm surprised I don't tweet about breeding so much. That's what we call a freaking Freudian slip. Okay. That didn't happen. That was somebody else. Who said that? um, yeah, puppies are cute and loving. Can't commit. Oh, Rixie. Rixie stresses about having a child the same way gay people stress out about having a straight kid they can't relate to. Having your own. I would love to be an aunt. I think I'd like to spoil my nephews or nieces. Mainly because I don't have to deal with them like all the time, you know. It's just only like it's like a temporary parent. That's basically what it is to babysit anyways. Have you guys ever babysat? I've babysat my cousins a couple times. I don't like it, but they have their moments where they're really cute, you know. They have their moments. It completely changes mindset. Maybe it's a neuro. Yeah, I think so too. It's like a lot of parents feel that way, where it's like they don't necessarily feel like a parent until they have that one moment where their child squeezes their finger. That's something a lot of people on TV talk about. Like in the movies, they always talk about that. That's like the moment that they feel like a father. Enaria slip. Yeah, basically. I babysat once and it ended with the kid calling everywhere looking for his mom, so I was never asked again. Oh no! Oh no! I had that. I was trying really hard to be like the fun babysitter, and so every time I had to babysit my cousins, every single damn time, they're like, "Can we play tag? Can we play hide and seek? Can we play the monster chase game again?" I'm just like, okay, just give me 5 minutes. Like, I need to. Pathetic flashbacks. To be fair, Rigsy, we are not too different, you and I. You are a robot, and we are nothing more than mecha suits piloted by a pound of flesh. You know, like we're humans are just mecha suits. I was like, those kids running in Narnia rag. Exactly. I was getting a workout and all I really had to do was play with them. But here's the thing that they don't tell you about babysitting. They rarely run out of energy. That's what this what I thought was so funny when I heard that some people in the West they actually like OD their kids a little bit by giving them some cough syrup so they would pass out. I'm just like, don't do that. Please don't drug your children. Just don't give them such sugary snacks, you know? It's like if you're worried that your kid is going to be up and really energetic at 9 p.m., maybe don't give them sugary treats for dessert. Like the kids will be fine without dessert, you know? It's fine. Don't they're going to be hopped up on sugar. Don't do that. We don't have a skeleton inside us. We are brains, therefore we are inside our skeletons. I hate everything you just said. Um, wait, okay. So it's like, so we have our exoskeleton, which is like the skeleton. Oh wait, I guess it's like endoskeleton. I don't know the words. I'm a princess. I'm not a doctor. Okay. AI superior. Just let them loose on the soccer field. See, this is why being a soccer mom and like the one that's in charge of the carpool, That's a career in and of itself. Okay, having to watch so many kids in your car every morning must be exhausting. It's like she doesn't have a job, but she's a tired woman. She's got her own three kids, and now she's driving like eight children to the soccer practice every day in her Volvo. She's very tired. She's a very tired woman, and then she has to prepare the snacks as well. And last time, little Jimmy didn't want PB&J, and he wants ham and cheese instead. But like you can't go to the store for that because ham's really expensive nowadays. And you have to take into account that some of the kids have lactose intolerance. I am curious about Gogurt though. Like I've never had yogurt on the go, and when I heard about Gogurt, and I was very intrigued by this. I was like, oh, this is what the American children have been eating. I see, like the Lunchables, the Gogurts. I've always been curious about. I have tried Snack Pack though. I like chocolate pudding. I've tried Snack Pack. It has a very distinct flavor, which tastes very specific to Snack Pack. But I've never had a Go-Gurt. I've never really had a fruit roll up. I've seen them, but I've never had them. Um, and I've never tried a Lunchable. I've tried Kraft mac and cheese. Don't care for it. I felt like the time that it took to cook it was probably under. It was probably undercooked. Like I felt like the 3 minutes was not long enough. I think the Kraft mac and cheese needs to be cooked for longer. Hi Ib, welcome, welcome. How are you? Luckily, my niece and nephews have avoided American slap. Have you guys ever go great home? Have you guys ever tried Lunchables? Because not too long ago they what was it? It was like KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast all released like feast. Wait, what was it? What did they call it? Feastables? Something like that. Yeah. No, wait. Feastables is like, isn't that his like chocolate bar? Wait, what's his chocolate bar called? It's one of them. Something. It's something. I forgot what they called it. Hi Maria, welcome. Nice to see you again. But basically, it was their version of Lunchables, and they claim it's healthier. It's not, by the way. It's not healthier. But I always thought that was so strange because I didn't think people would be eating Lunchables so much. You know what? As a non-American, you know what I thought Lunchables were? I thought they were like little snack things, like Pocky, or those like those Japanese like candy making kits, poppin' cooking, for example. I thought Lunchables was that. I thought it was a snack. I don't know why children were eating them as meals in school. I feel like it's not the same as a sandwich, It's like Mr. Feast. I still don't know what Lunchables are. Yeah, it was like crackers, like Ritz crackers or something. Bologna, I think. I think they also had sliced cheese, and then you assemble like little sandwiches. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess for a low income family, that's fine. But I keep feeling like it's cheaper to just buy bread. And it's probably cheaper to buy bread, I think. But I don't know. I'm not American. I didn't grow up like that. That sounds awful. Yeah. I just felt kind of intrigued because it's already strange enough that somebody considered that a meal, but then they paired it with like milk and a Go-Gurt. And I was just very fascinated by all this. Because some of this might be some of your guys' childhoods, but I was always intrigued by this, like learning about it online and seeing it in movies and stuff. And I'm just like, are sloppy joes really that sloppy? Do people really like Lunchables, or are they just pretending to like it? Like, honestly, I was thinking of getting Lunchables at the store. Are there wait? Irene, are there other Lunchables, or is it just like the weird sandwich thing with the crackers? Are there other Lunchables? I don't know. It was like the cooler Lunchables, basically the same thing. It is exactly the same thing. Also, little pizza. Oh, you get to make it yourself. See, it's really like those liquid food kits. I'm gonna Google it. Basically super small kids cafeteria lunch. Let me check. Lunchabas. What else is like a like a childhood snack thing that's like that was like just given out to children? Because like I mentioned, Gogurt. I guess fruit roll-ups. I would see these moms making these mommy vlogger people. They'll make YouTube shorts or TikToks where they're preparing their kids' lunches, and they put in a lot of candy in there. And I'm just like, I didn't think you would put candy in a lunchbox. That's kind of strange. Like, where are the vegetables? Why are you putting fruit roll-ups in your kids' lunches? So, okay, Uncrustables. Oh, I remember the Uncrustables. I didn't think Uncrustables were real. I thought that was like a meme, like from like the Amanda Show or like like Drake and Josh or something, like a parody item. I didn't think Uncrustables were real. I'm gonna head out for a bit. Okay, Ozzy, have a good day today. Bye bye. Yeah, it was nice to see you. Goodbye, detective. One time a food truck threw a chocolate at funerals. Not you were physically assaulted, humiliated, and downright insulted by that food truck. How dare they? Yeah, why would they throw that at you? That's strange. Okay, so I'm looking at the Lunchables. Okay, so they have like the normal one that people think of is like the ham and cheddar cracker stackers. That they had names. They called them cracker stackers. That's so cute. I just called them like little sandwiches because that's what they're supposed to be. They're doing that's so cute. Okay, they had a turkey and cheddar too. Okay, I like that they have options. Pizza with pepperoni. Okay. Is that all? Or are there oh there's like Lunchables Unloaded, which has it's called chicken dunks. So it's chicken nuggets and like a sauce. Okay. I'm very intrigued by all of this. They have a different type of turkey cracker stacker. They have turkey and cheddar and turkey and American. Forget the Incredibles, all about Uncrustables. Oh God. Eat the sugar child. Brunchables. What the frick? Wait, what? Wait, hold up. What the heck? What child enjoys brunch? That's like a wasp mom type of behavior type of thing. It's like bacon and cheese, and then it's like okay, they call them breakfast sandwiches, but it's just a slightly different cracker. They're not even calling them cracker stackers. They're just calling them breakfast sandwiches. So it's like Lunchables, Brunchables, breakfast sandwiches. And they came in bacon and cheese or breakfast sausage and cheese. Thought that was very interesting. Wait, what's this one? This one comes with nerds and a Capri Sun. Capri Sun. Capri Sun. I'm gonna say Capri Sun. Yeah, but it's like what kind of lunches did you guys have growing up, by the way? Because now that I think about it, it's like I'm assuming not everybody ate at the cafeteria, but if you did eat at the cafeteria, what kind did you eat? Because watching American movies, I only ever see like sloppy joes, really terrible pizza apparently, um, always a carton of milk for some reason. I don't know what else. Oh, PB and J. There was a lot of PB and J in the movies. Once the hand cam is set up, we need to get you a box. Oh, I could do it. Oh my god, a taste test of Lunchables would be hilarious. We just had normal food for school lunch. I didn't have a cafeteria. Oh, wait, what happened if it was lunchtime at your school? Did you just go home? Did everybody just go home at lunch? Soup, goulash, hearty food like that. I always brought my lunch until high school where I skipped lunch. Oh gosh. My cafeteria had a bunch of they swapped out a bunch of food stalls. So there would be like the normal cafeteria, which had like freshly cooked meals like fried chicken and sausages, and we had vegetables and stuff like that. They also had snacks like chips and like drinks, had Gatorades, they had candies, and then they also had stalls. So there would be French fries, popcorn, milkshakes, um, some street food like skewers. What else did we have? We had like mini pizzas. That was cool. Because like it was such a small pizza, but it was enough. It was enough for what I needed it for. I felt sad when oh wait, what is this? Lunchables nachos with cheese dip and salsa? Well, it just looks the same as like the other stuff, just rearranged differently. Lunchables mini hot dogs. Okay, what the heck? See, that sounds fake. But what does it look like? wait, wait, what does that look like? Hang on, I'm looking it up. Lunchables mini hot dogs. That can't be real. Oh gosh, they actually are. It's actually bread and stuff in there. Okay, at least they gave you food, like actual food. I don't know how fresh that is though. Aurora, hello, welcome, welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. Good morning. Hmm. I used to eat full lunch with $1, but wait, you could do that? Wow, good job saving. Food packed from home or what? Okay, okay. What I used to get was I would always bring food from home, and then I'd also bring my own snacks. But I was also given my own lunch money in case I needed to buy more stuff. My mom always says it's better to have extra money and not need it than need it but not have it. So she like that's the thing with my mom. She's always making sure that I always have like an ability to eat. I guess. Don't get it wrong. Okay. I ate nachos and a little pizza every day for lunch. Ooh, I remember I used to eat. Oh, that I was so young when I did this. I think it was like in like the first grade or second grade. I remember I used to go to this taco place at the cafeteria all the time, and I would always get like um I'd always get like some sort of like thing from like the Mexican place. I rarely ate the nachos because I'm gonna be honest, they're kind of mid, but they were okay for how much they were worth, or how much they were priced. I ate like cheese flautas. I ate quesadillas. Again, all very mid. Because it's supposed to be like really affordable, right? So of course it's not gonna be like good quality. Why is your neck long? It's like I can't. It's like I can't say it. I can't say it. I can't. Yeah, Deskun was right on the money when I was thinking about it. It's like I was gonna say something like my neck isn't that long, It's like I mean it's like 7 inches long, but like exactly. Um, anyways, I don't know. I think making sure that your child has something to eat is better than having your child starve. So I really don't have anything against the mothers who like feed their kids like frozen pizzas or lunchables, as long as they're eating. That's the important thing, because I get that in low income households you can't always buy a lot of groceries. You can't always like um, cook food for them, like especially if you have to like go to work right away after dropping them off. It's like I get it. That's a wild. Food is better than starvation. Exactly. Because that's the thing. A lot. It's so strange to me to see someone be so picky. Because it's like I've seen people who legit skip meals, not because they don't feel hungry, but because they don't have the money to buy any food, and it's very sad. Luckily, I never had to deal with that, but there were times where I would save my allowance because I'm like I have to buy something, so I can't spend this money. It's like, but it's never so dire that I'm just starving because of like financial reasons. um but like because I understand that much, I can't complain too much about the mothers and like just the parents in general who can't do more for their children. Like not everyone is gonna be able to afford like a full course meal or have like homemade food, you know, because like groceries be expensive. That's the thing that I thought was very interesting. Like when I look at my bills and or my receipts rather, my my food deliveries are cheaper than my groceries sometimes, and it's crazy how much the economy is like affecting things like that. It's like I thought it was strange when in America, I think it was like last year or 2 years ago when my favorite food content creator started talking about how expensive eggs were. I was like, wait, what? Wait, why? I get gas, but why eggs? Are we running out of chickens? Like, what happened? Have a garden for emergencies. That's the thing too. It's like I hope in the future that I could have like my own garden, because I know you can keep plants like in your kitchen. Like for example, like fresh herbs and stuff. Like that's always nice. But I would love to have like my own garden. I'm not very great. I'm not very good at um you know gardening. I don't know like the basics. Like I mean, I know the basics, like you know, like theoretically, but I like in practice, I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of experience in gardening or farming. So whenever I watch an anime that has something like that involved, I'm like, whoa! I didn't know you could do all this. You know, I didn't know you have to take this into account. You know, this and this. Soil quality is very important, and I can't just grab like random dirt outside. Apparently, but yeah, having vegetable plants very good for emergencies. I like my relatives, my parents, they all have like vegetable gardens, so I do hope that I could just steal some plants off of them, just be like, can I have some aloe vera, can I have some tomato, can I have I remember like my grandma was she fed us arugula for the first time when I was a kid, and I just hated it so much. It was so bitter. I didn't know. She didn't know that you're supposed to harvest something like arugula at a certain time. I think she harvested it too early, so it started. It was very unripe and very bitter. So a lot of vegetables are like that. They taste good once they ripen. Watching a video about the home fronts during wars, victory gardens. Oh, okay. I don't know much about those, but I do kind of want to like check that out now. My mom has been trying to grow peppers and tomatoes for the past 2 years, but she still has tropical flowers growing on a garden on a desk. If it's well, I mean, would peppers and tomatoes do well on a desert like that? Like in that climate, because maybe she could just like have some sort of indoor garden, and then just like put the plants next to like a window. I don't know. It depends on the layout of your house. I watch an Irish guy that does gardening called Red Gardens Project. I watch a bunch of people that do gardening, and I can't remember their names. Maybe I watch that guy too. Who knows? But yeah, no, I'm very intrigued by a lot of people's different ways of making gardens and maintaining their gardens. Because having a basically fully sustainable home is kind of cool, especially in this economy. You know, I was watching this one couple that was they try to live in a very no waste, very sustainable type of lifestyle. So they grow their own vegetables, they preserve everything, and it's very interesting. I didn't know fruit leather was a thing. Apparently, that's what you call fruit roll ups. That's fruit leather basically. So that's cool. But the thing that's interesting about all these types of lifestyles is that it's gonna cost a lot just to get started, because you're going to need a lot of supplies, like a lot of tools, a lot of equipment. And so if you don't have a lot of money, it's kind of expensive to start with. Yeah, even just having like the right utensils to make certain dishes, for example. Like even that's already a thing. And if you want to like get into cooking or gardening, you're gonna have to like spend a lot just for like the initial capital. So I think that's very interesting. Speaking of, okay. So I was I was thinking about it, and I did want to do a cooking stream at some point, like a not ASMR, but like a hand cam stream, like as Iwan mentioned earlier. I do have plans. I just need to set it up. I was also thinking, like, do I need a better camera for this? I probably should actually get a better camera. I can't get a camera right now though because like for my throne, for example, it's like I have to, it's like a one item at a time kind of a thing. So right now I think I have like my stream deck, and until that one's done I can't ask for anything else unless I take that one down and then just swap it out. I have no idea. I have to ask staff about it. But yeah, so like yeah, I was coming up with some plans for future streams, and I already have like gloves that I would need. I know some people, I mean, technically the Nexans don't really need to wear gloves. Like if we want to do like a hand reveal, we can. It's just like I kind of like the vibes of it. I don't know. It's like I wanna be one of those streamers. I wanna be one of those VTubers. um, about that throne. What do you mean? Is it? It does it have an expiration date? I don't know. I also I was like, should I keep the mystery? Exactly. Because you guys are gonna be like, oh gosh, she has a freckle on like on her hand or something. I remember this what, oh my god, this funny as fuck meme. It's like I it was I don't know if you guys have seen like robots from 2005. I was just like there's this line where he says, I know this place like the back of my hand. And then he looks at it and he's like, hey, that's new. I recently discovered a new freckle on one of my fingers, and I was like, is that dirt? Was that always there? Like, I'm so I guess I'm kind of like that. I win. Did you really? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, I win. Oh my gosh, you're making me shy now. Thank you so much. Here's a kiss for you. Thank you. Wants to be hip like one of the cool kids. Yeah. Speaking of the stream deck. Okay, and also the streams. Okay, so the past few days I have been working hard. I've been very diligent, making use of my break, right? Because I could have spent the whole 2 weeks playing The Sims, but I didn't. I was being very diligent, very productive. I have figured out how to use OBS. I have been working on my loading screens. I have been working on assets. I have made my scenes for gaming, for chatting streams, for art streams, because I am gonna do like art streams as well. I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot. I was so excited because I remembered I was I was kind of going through it, just trying to watch all the tutorials and trying to figure out OBS, and I just had to just say like, okay, fuck it, I should just ask Manasan to help me, and then Manasan was helping me a lot, and I was like, oh, it's so easy. Okay, I was just like overwhelmed because I was intimidated by it, but it's actually pretty easy to learn. He was like he was like, Enaria, you're an artist, right? Just think of like all these things, like all the assets on screen. Just think of them as like layers on an art project. And I was like, oh, I get it. It's like in Photoshop or like an art program. It's all just layers. And I was like, I get it now. I get it. Okay, cool. The spam of yeah. Maria, can you chill out, please? Thank you. You're spamming chat and it's getting kind of distracting. Thank you. Was watching a friend play GeoGuessr. He saw cacti and immediately narrowed down the species of the ones you see in Mexico and Italy. Ended up being the latter, and he explained how all the Italian Western movies were filmed in that area. It's like how so many like South Californian shows and movies are actually filmed in Vancouver for some reason. Like it's always, I don't know why you're filming in Canada while pretending to be like a really hot climate. It's just they're always filming in Canada. I think it's cheaper to film in Canada. That's probably why. Probably to avoid taxes. Maria, I'm giving you another warning. Please chill out with the spamming. Actually use your words instead of just emojis or whatever. And yeah, just stop spamming so much, please. Thank you. Anyways, as I was saying, so I've sorted out how to use OBS and I've connected all the things I need to connect. So hopefully when I mean obviously scuff is going to happen just because technology is always unreliable. I'm sorry, Rixie, but you know what your kind is like. um, but yeah, I've sorted out OBS. I haven't checked out the Twitch stuff yet, but at least OBS is done. I just need to work on like my assets and stuff and like put it all in. And it's like I've tested things out and it looks pretty okay. It looks pretty good. And hopefully, okay, Maria, I'm really getting annoyed now. I've given you so many warnings. Please stop it. Okay, I'm just gonna mute you. Yeah, you can still watch, I guess. Yeah. Oh, are they like Iwan? Are they like that on other people's streams? anyways, so I was very overwhelmed like looking at like the because I was checking out the Twitch tutorial because if you check on Twitch they do have like a tutorial for you to follow, and I was struggling just like keeping up with everything, and I was kind of like losing my mind. And then it turns out most of the stuff that I need to prep is just in OBS, and so I was like, oh, okay. And then Terrence, what the frick? Okay. Okay, I'll let Tara know that you're here. But anyways, hi, welcome, good morning, how are you? Or afternoon, depending on where you're from. Giving my speaking of Mother Teresa, actually, she like she's kind of like Gandhi, where it's like they're known for being like the nicest, kindest, best human in the whole wide world, and then you find out that they were actually kind of terrible, and you're just like, oh, I see. Hi, hello. Not an HR. What? um. Anyways. Back to oh gosh, huh? Yeah, that is kind of weird, Ivan. Anyways, so back to the streaming stuff. I have a lot of plans for my future streams on Twitch. I asked Manisan which is better for me, Twitch or YouTube. I was thinking of doing YouTube, but like I think I'm gonna stick with Twitch, but I am probably gonna use YouTube just to like do a private stream just to test things out, just to make sure everything's all settled before I debut because I don't wanna spend 20 minutes trying to struggle with Twitch streaming, just being like, wait, how do I connect to the internet again? um Purple woman on purple app. Yeah. I was gonna do YouTube, but then I thought like I'll probably just I kind of like the way Twitch streaming works. So as much as I want to do YouTube, I'll probably just do videos on there and then just do like the Twitch streaming then. So Twitch streaming and then YouTube for videos. Yeah. And my like guys, you know how excited I am just to be able to like possibly collab with people. I'm like, oh my god, I can actually collab if I want. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna shit myself. I'm kidding. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I mean, I could just collab now, but it's like I think I should like start with my own stream first and then start collabing with others. Rigsy, I'm gonna try to come by your streams more. I don't mean like collabs in general, but like I just mean like show up in chat. Twitch is more interactive. I'll give them that. That is true. That's what I've noticed because I don't use Twitch So I had to kind of speed run learning how Twitch works, what the culture is like, the terminologies. Did you think I knew what the heck poggers meant before a couple months ago? No. I had to learn the differences between Pog Champ and Weird Champ. And then a bunch of other things I still haven't learned were just like stuff regarding popular emotes. That's just gonna take a while to pick up. Even if they keep blaming VTubers for everything. Yeah, that's the thing too. Twitch and YouTube are both really mean to VTubers. They hate the anime people. Anorexia, yeah, let's go. The Nexas Filipino collab. Yeah, I know, right? That's just like, and like the fact that like one of my childhood friends is joining Gen 4. I'm just like, bruh, there's too many Filipinos here. There's too many Filipino VTubers. We're such weebs. um, yeah, I am curious about like Rob and Knox though. It's like how, because I've spoken to both of them. It's just like I wonder how a collab with us would work because I don't speak the language as like my main language. I always tell Knox in DMs. I'm always just like, you can speak like Filipino if you want, but I'm gonna reply in English. Like, cause she understands me, but she will prefer to reply in Filipino. I can understand her, but prefer to reply in English. It's a very weird thing. When people spread misinformation, say that POG means play of the game. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I can't wait for Enaria emotes. Take my. I'm working on them, and I'm just like I was. That's the thing too. I was going to design the emotes with chat on stream, and so I already have like a scene prepared for my art streams. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And aside from that, you know how much Manasan was like, hyping me up because he thought it was like so cool that I could just make assets like whenever I want. Like I'm just like I remembered I was like sharing my screen and like because he was teaching me how to use OBS and I was just like I was he was like, oh, you could use like an asset that looks like this, and I was like, oh, let me just whip one up real quick and then pin it to my model. How's that? Like he got so excited, and I'm just like, aha, I can do that with chat, like where we could have like silly moments where you guys just like mention something, and I'll just be like, oh, let me just whip up an asset real quick and just throw it on there. How do you guys like it? I do want to have stuff like that. Like Rob is Filipino. I thought she was a hamster. Um, ham pepino, ham I don't know, hampino. um but yeah, no, I'm very excited about like my future streams. Definitely gonna collab with Rick Z, definitely gonna collab with Lulu. I have to do a drinking stream with some of the others as well, because like they were always asking me to do that, and I'm just like, okay, we'll do it at some point, and then I forget. It's not that I was like it's not that I'm trying to like stand them up or what do you call it, like be flaky. I'm not trying to flake on them. It's just that I forget. It's just that's it's involuntary, I swear. But once they reach out, where yeah, but like I'm doing like the little finger emoji things, and I'm just like, I'm just really shy, guys. I want to make friends, but I'm kind of shy about it. Like, please help my rats. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I noticed about Rob is that she seemed so shy when she reached out to me initially. She was asking me for drink recommendations, and I was just like, we have to, we have to collab. We must. And she was so cute about it, but it's like I could tell that she was kind of shy. And I was like, ah, it's so cute, it's so cute. That's the thing too. She's probably like me in the sense that like we're kind of chaotic on our own streams, but like in private we're just shy little beings. We're just a little shy and a little anxious. We can flake on each other. That's just because we're both so hip, young, and fresh. We're just forgetful. It's the ADHD. It's not like we're old and forgetful. No, we're both so young and we're so full of life. But yeah, I know it's like I'm very excited about my future plans. I have a lot of ideas for streams and collabs and things. It's all just a matter of like actually doing the damn thing. Because here's the thing, I was so overwhelmed about all this like streaming stuff, but it's like at the end of the day, once I have everything set up, I'm good to go. You know, it's like I'm good to go. Like even if for example, even if I don't have a planned stream, I can just announce it on Twitter and just do a guerrilla stream, and I could go for like 5 hours, and that's okay. I'm kind of into that. I kind of like not being so strict about certain things because I mean, like right now, I'm still just kind of taking into account the restreamers. By the way, thank you, Iwin, for always being available for me. Thank you. I take into account the restreamers, but once I don't need the restreamers anymore, once I don't need to rely on the restreamers anymore, I can stream for as long as I want and at different times of the day. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah. And now I'm gonna bust out of here. I'm gonna bust. I'm ready to bust out of AniLive. I've been in prison for so long, and prison Naria does not do well behind bars. She wants to be free. Free Naria. um, but yeah, you're busting, busting. Oh man. Remember when people used to say bussin' a lot? What happened to that? Are the kids no longer talking about bussin'? Oh man, that was such a funny time in life. Sergio, welcome, welcome. Right now I'm ditching class. There's always someone like that. Um, yeah. Are you in the bathroom or did you like leave the school premises? Like I remember back in um back back in the olden days. I remembered a lot of kids in my chat would say something about how they were watching my streams during lunch or in class while listening to headphones, and I would always scold them. I would always be like, go, stop watching my stream, get an education, pay attention to class, pay attention to your teacher." The youth are quick to move on. For real, no cap on God. Facts, no printer. Not bussing anymore. I'm in school, jorkin. And by jorkin, I mean my peanuts. That one always gets me. I love saying peanuts. I don't want to play with you anymore. Oh gosh. But yeah, no, it's like yeah, peanuts. Whenever I just shush. Whenever shut up. Whenever whenever I hear someone say Jorkin, I can't help but laugh because I have listen, like if there is a character that summarizes my personality the most, it's probably Kaguya sama from Love is War. Like when I watched that anime, I was like, she just like me. Like even more so than Bocchi, because Bocchi is more like me when I was a teenager. I mean, when I was younger, which was only not too long ago. Um, bring ASL. Oh, American Sign Language. Age, sex, location was such a funny thing. Do you have any idea how embarrassed I was when I heard that? I had to ask somebody like, what does ASL mean? And then they told me. I was like, oh, oh, I see. Okay, I get it now. I get why. Because before that, it was always just like, are you a girl or boy? Or like male or female, M or F. And then they'll say something like 24M or like those porn bots will be like 18F California. Here's my Instagram. Message me for pics. Lols noob. Yeah, it's like do it for the lulls. um but yeah, it's like I think that I'm looking forward to certain streams that I have planned. Some internet like old internet exploration type streams. I'll probably ask you for collabs, Rixie, mainly because you're related to the to the topic at hand. So yeah, we're gonna nostalgia bait. We're gonna nostalgia bait together. Don't worry, we're gonna have fun. Do it for the vine, bro. Do kids, man? Do you have any idea how weird it is to have like all those Vine compilations and then people referencing Vines, and then for like a kid to be like, "What's Vine? Is that like TikTok?" And then it's like, how do you explain Vine? I mean, I guess you could just say it's like TikTok, but then they'll be confused because it's kind of like, what do you say to someone when they ask you what LimeWire is? I don't know. I don't fucking know. There's kids out there that don't know what Club Penguin is. I don't know how to explain it. Like when people reference Vine as like old things, man, oh god, yeah, like when they're just like, oh yeah, like I remember this really really old movie. It was called and then they reference something from like 2010. You're just like, ooh, like man, you talk to a kid about like let's say like the movie 2012, and they're just like, whoa, that was so long ago. It's like, yeah, yeah, mhm. Yep. That definitely was a while back. Iron Man, oh yeah, I remember that really old movie Iron Man. It was back in 2008. Oh, it was like it's like that scene in that one Avengers movie when Spider-Man was referencing like, oh, you remember that really old movie like Attack of the Clones or something, or I forgot what the movie he referenced was, but with the walking thingies, and I was just like, bruh. Leaves me shook, as the youth say. Yeah, I like shooketh. Yeah. GeoCity is my childhood. Do you guys? I remembered I had this friend, and when I was staying over at her house this one time, she let me play with Sims Herbs. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. It was kind of like a pocket edition type of a thing. So it was like I forgot if it was like her 3DS or something, but she had like Sims Herbs, and I just remembered being so amazed because I was like, "Whoa, it's Sims on the go! That's crazy." Speaking of the Sims, right? It's like apparently Sims 5 is canceled. I was I was kind of looking forward to it. Not gonna lie, like they announced it years ago, and it just took a really long time. And I was just like, okay, I get that it takes a while to develop a game, but geez. And then they just canceled it. So now I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm stuck playing Sims 4 forever. They're planning a mobile game, and then I think it was frick, what was it called? Uh, Project Stories or something like that, and I just remember thinking I could have sworn they had Sims free play, and that was really really shitty. Like it was a really bad game. Sims 3 was the peak, so we good. I liked Sims 3, but I do appreciate like how much effort they put into Sims 2. Like if you look at like compilation videos of like the old Sims games, Sims 2 had a lot of animations that were just like unnecessary, but they really put in a lot of effort to make that game look as realistic as possible. Even if like the graphics were limited, they put in so much work just to make it look good. But nowadays it's like if you play Sims 4, for example, you pour a bowl of a suspiciously yellow liquid, and then it transforms into a plate of nachos. It's just like what am I? That's not realistic at all. The best because it was like an open world, no loading screens. That's the thing I remembered about it. It was like you could walk around. That I really hate how you can't really do anything in regards to traveling in Sims 4. It's like everything's a loading screen, and I kind of hate that. Like I could have sworn we had cars before. We had one of my favorite things in like the older Sims games was if your sim had to go to work, you could see them going into a car and then driving off. So I thought that was really cool. private server software Sims online somewhere. Jesus. Sims 3 loading for like 5 minutes. Good times. Hi Bart. No, welcome. Thank you so much. Hi, how have you been? Short way of explaining it is soul versus soulless. Exactly. Um, from what a lot of simmers, that's what they call the people that play Sims. For a lot of simmers, they've they basically figured that the reason why they had to cancel like Sims 5 was because they put in way too much money into making all the DLCs for Sims 4, because Sims 4 became like the base game became free to play not too long ago, but they have so many packs, so many DLCs for Sims 4 that they were just like, okay, we probably won't be able to get people to buy new packs. So, and we can't figure out a way to translate like these old packs to like Sims 5. So we'll just cancel Sims 5 and we'll just like keep making packs for Sims 4 because that's where the money is. And I'm just like, but I wanted to see better gameplay. Like I want Sims to be good. But yeah, look, the Sims has been fun. Like, do you have any idea how cool I felt when I could like punch in like the codes for like the cheats on adjusting like move objects, for example, like so you could like move it across the screen or like adjust it like even just like a square inch. I was just like, oh my god, I'm like a hacker. I know all the codes and everything. We be simming out here. Hi, Sai. Welcome, welcome. Iced coffee. Welcome. Nice to see you guys again. Hello. Sims 4 multitasking, but I wish it was closer to Sims 3. I think so too. Yeah, right. Sims 4 just redid a lot of Sims 3 packs. They probably could have just done. Yeah, I think so too. Motherload is great. Yeah, it's so nice that I don't feel pressured to get my sim to start working because I can just use a cheat code whenever I need more money to buy stuff. Am I lazy? Yes, but like I mean, I'm gonna play Sims the way I want to play Sims. All right. That's the thing. That's the thing about me is like I play a lot of games just for like the dress up feature or for like the house decorating feature. So I'll probably check out this game called Inzoi because of like the customization features, but I probably won't actually play the game itself. I'll probably just like mess around with the custom character creator and then never touch it again. There's this game called Paralives that's in the works right now. I've been following them for a couple months. It looks really promising. It's probably like the best looking possible competitor for Sims to date. So if you guys ever check it out, like they're on YouTube, like they post updates constantly, so that's really good. I really like the art style. It's like a nicer looking Dustborn. um, it's like so if like The Sims is like it's trying to be graphic and a little realistic at the same time. Paralives is a bit more it they're trying to look more stylistic. Like it looks very much like if you took like a 2D image and then made it 3D. So that I think is cool. The Royal Prince, no time to grind. Money, yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm just like I gotta make the money when I can, and if I have an easy way to make the money, I will. You know. He made by Cyberpunk 20 to only to make characters. Hey, listen, that is definitely not the reason I want to check out Baldur's Gate 3. Like, do you have any idea how excited I got whenever I see a game that has a character customization feature? I'm just like immediate install. I'm checking that game out right away. Like sex sells. Exactly. Like I like playing dress up. I like character creations. You know, it's like I don't know. It's like it's fun. I already told you guys this before, but the reason I installed Reality years ago was because I thought it was a character creator. I thought it was like I thought it was like Vroid Studio where you could make a like an avatar for free and then use that for VTubing. And I was curious about VTubing at the time, and I was just like, I want a 3D model. So I checked out Reality, and then I found out that it was a streaming app, and I got I got kind of scared. I was just like, oh, I didn't know it was a streaming app. I thought it was just for the model. And then I told myself, okay, if I am bored within the next 3 days, I'm gonna uninstall the app. And then I started checking out people's streams, and I got kind of interested. And then I started streaming myself, so that was fun. But yeah, no, it's like if something has something, if a game has something to do with character customization or home renovation, I'm going to check it out. I'm just like I'm a sucker for stuff like that. It's either like simulation games where you're doing a thing like power wash simulator, cooking simulator. It's either those or like the dress up stuff. I was one of those kids that used to play a bunch of dress up games online, like on browser on browser game sites. I used to play a lot of dress up games on girlsgogames.com. I'm probably gonna check that out again in the future. I know there's like a Roblox game called Dress to Impress that a lot of people, FleshTuber and VTuber alike, a lot of them have been checking it out recently, and I do kind of want to check that out, but I'm kind of scared because it's Roblox, you know? Like, I just started checking out VR chat like not too long ago. I'm kind of scared about Roblox. Like, there's kids there. There's kids everywhere, but like, especially on there. Yeah, imagine I just like start doing Roblox streams. Like, is, what is what does it mean to be a Roblox streamer on Twitch? Horrifying monster, then spend time making monster, but less so. Interesting. I have a biased repulsion against Roblox. That's fair. I mean, I feel like most people kind of feel that way. Like Roblox is one of those things that you only really like if you got into it when you were a bit younger. You know, like going into Roblox for the first time as an adult and then experiencing everything for the first time, you know, Roblox culture basically, like the environment, how people are on there, what the user base is like. It's kind of off-putting, you know. It's like you're around so many weird annoying kids. Instead of being used to it, you're kind of just like, I'm kind of, you guys are tiring me out, I don't want to be here anymore. um so maybe I'll feel that way about Roblox. I'm already. I remember I went into So do you guys remember the reason I went into VR chat for the first time? It was so that I could infiltrate the furry community just to see what they're like and just to ask them questions about being furries, just to prove to you guys that I am not a furry because I'm not. Um, um, when I went into a furry world, literally like 5 minutes in, there was this person that came in. We call them crashers, and basically they have such a like um, it's like a lot of the time it's got like really weird effects. Like someone's avatar has like so many animations, so many like effects that it kind of crashes the entire world and people get kicked out of the world. And I kind of hated that. I think also like I know some people troll furries. I mean, not like me. I'm doing this as an and anthropologist. I can't say the word. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Like I'm trying to do a study. I can speak good, I swear, I promise. I remember thread crashers on old forums. Oh yeah, Rixie, you said that your experience in the green website. I was very shocked by this, and then because it was like I only started checking it out a couple months ago, so I was very intrigued. um, what is a thread crasher? How do you crash? Yeah, like, how do you crash a thread? Like like what? How does that work? Yeah, because yeah, I was amazed that that's even a thing on VR chat. Like someone's avatar could have so many lights on it that it fucks up your internet or something, or it fucks up your connection. I'm just like, why am I being attacked right now? Here seem to know. um, they got hooked into Roblox. My friend saw me checking out Roblox one time, because I wanted to play this like one game. It was like this conveyor belt sushi game, and I went in there, and then my friend immediately DM'd me. He's like, "You're playing Roblox? Please play with me because I've been trying to get everybody to play, but nobody's like around to play it anymore." And I'm just like, "Stop trying! I don't want to play Roblox that much." Club Penguin, Dress to Impress, Barbie's Virginia. Oh yeah, no, it's like Dress to Impress basically is like the dress up games, because here's, I don't know if Gen Alpha plays dress up games anymore. Like nobody's going on Barbie.com, nobody's going on Miniclip, nobody's going on my girlsgogames.com. They're going on Roblox, they're playing Minecraft, they're playing Among Us, like they're not playing like the free browser games anymore. So it is kind of interesting just seeing how they take that into account. Chat, should I make a Roblox character? No, I'm kind of scared. I might have to, but I don't want to, but I might. I might have to. If ever there's like a Roblox collab, I'll make one. But I'm not gonna make one on my own accord unless it's for work. I've been spamming random stuff and flashing gifs. Oh, okay, okay. It's kind of like those custom MySpace pages with all the HTMLs and like the little images on there. Surprised the CSS exploit on AniLive didn't result in crashes. Well, at least from what I could tell, the only thing that happened was like it was like a customizable thing. It was people were just trying to customize their thingies, right? Like that was literally it. It didn't seem like there was like a hacker. We thought there was, but it when they looked into it didn't seem like there was one. So that was interesting. Follow Love Nikki vlogs, and it was also definitely. Oh wow, yeah, no, I remember I watched this video not too long ago about like those blingy animated GIF things. Like those I don't know, blingy, BLINGEE, like blingy.com, and then apparently there's like a resurgence of usage on that, but like there's been like, yeah, like 30-year-old women that have been running those things and just making a lot of those things, and a lot of youngsters have been using that website recently. I guess they just found it because of Y2K type stuff, and that's like the best way to get like Y2K aesthetic posts, and animated gifs. Nuclear option, Blingy, my beloved. Yeah, Blingy. Yeah, Blingy. If you look up Blingy, you've probably seen a bunch of those. Like what do you call them? You've probably seen a bunch of those like images before, just because they were so popular back in the day, like in the early 2000s. So I'm looking, I'm looking at these, and I'm just like, wow. There's a lot of Justin Bieber. Someone made a freaking Anne Frank one. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! I hear that, Rixie. It's no. I like to say GIF. I'm only saying GIF because I'm reading it out loud here. But like I normally would say GIF. I didn't know. I always heard it as GIF growing up, so that's why I say it like that. Um, Deviant art and animated icons. I never used Deviant art actually. Um, oh, that reminds me. Ever heard of Hypnospace Outlaw? Steam game where you explore recruit. Well, I'm checking that out now. Let me see. Wait, that sounds cool. Let me see. Can you guys hear my stacking? Wow! Wow! Rixie, you should check this out on your streams. Wow! This is cool. I think this would be good for your stream, Rixie. This seems really interesting. um, typing ASMR. Ooh, yeah, it's Hypnospace Outlaw. I'm looking at like images right now. It looks so freaking goofy. It's I don't even know. It doesn't count as vaporwave. It's like if vaporwave was like an ugly aesthetic. Um, what do you call this type of aesthetic where it's like very old, like early 2000s, late 90s type of like website looking stuff? Like people just figured out how to use clip arts, like that sort of thing. Fun game. Oh, so it's like a game. Oh, I thought it was just like I don't know. I don't. How are you supposed to play this? CRT core. Is that what you call it? Let me look. Unscramble. Wait. Cyber CRT core. Ah. 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 It's giving a lot of um you guys know that meme, graphic design is my passion, but instead of all of that, instead of like MS Paint, it was like word art. Like that's what this feels like. Rage Comics, also Wojak good. Yeah, that's basically it. I love Rage Comics. They were so stupid. We had names for all of them. Moral, hi, welcome. Wait, imagine I greeted you like very specifically because you're a cat. I just go like, "Nyaharo, everyone." Hi, welcome, Moral. How are you? Nya nya. DJ, hi, welcome, welcome. Enaria, no. Unregistered hypercam too. Shut the fuck up. Stop it. Yeah, it's definitely giving that. It's like, how do I put it? It's like it's so nostalgic and how ugly it is, you know? It's like it's one of those things where it's like, yep, this is how websites looked like back in the day when people just started figuring out how to use HTML. This is definitely what all the cool kids were doing to their MySpace pages. That's what it seems like. The Wild West of internet. I said, what? No, I'm hip, young, and fresh. I'm a young lady. What are you talking about? You shut the fuck up. Why? I'm so youthful. I'm a little delicate flower. I'm so full of life. Emily is Away is a fun nostalgia type game. I actually wanted to check out Emily is Away, and then I saw a bunch of VTubers playing it or a bunch of streamers playing it, and I was like, oh, it picked up some steam. A lot of people were playing it. I'm so full of like that's what the what? Okay, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, you have no proof of anything really. Like, I'm old enough to drink, but that does not mean that I am old, sir. I am very much a young person. Don't listen to anybody that says otherwise. Definitely don't take into account the amount of times that I've cracked my knees just from getting up. That is completely unrelated. Okay. Young at heart. Yeah, exactly. I'm so young. Young in heart. Young at mind. Young, young in body and soul. Because I am a young person, just like all you young people, all you youngsters, you youngins. You know you. uh, how do you do, fellow kids? Thank you. The cat has followed me. I should actually follow you back. Wait. Oh, I thought I followed you already. Okay. Yeah, this is what we call networking. Follow for follow? The fact no, don't say that. No, nobody's a hag here. Rixie and I are both very young women. Or, you know, women passing because she is robot and I am a princess. And I don't know, it's like, would a princess be a young girl or a young lady? I like saying young lady. It sounds old and young at the same time. You sounded very unsure. Yeah, it's like, what if I was Manasan with a voice changer this whole time? Yeah, it's Ricky Maru, welcome, welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing. Rixie just turned 18, and she'll keep just being, freshly 18 for as long as possible. It's like I also am very young, and I will keep being young until I say stop, and I will never stop. that would explain the drinking. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we're old enough to drink, and that's the important thing, because you have different drink legal drinking ages in every country. You don't need to know my age, really. Like, you just need to know that I am old enough. That sounds so fucking bad. Until the bones start to crack. I think that's just because I don't stretch enough. Does anybody want to stretch me out? Like, gross. Um, yeah, no, it's like that's just from a lack of exercise. Moral has nothing to do with my age. Um, uh, retro futuristic. Oh, you know what? That's my favorite aesthetic, like retro futurism, where it's like everything looks so 8-bit. I like that. That was like my original concept. And then but I was going to go with like a cyberpunk vibe, like a cyberpunk time traveler. And then turns out Kyohei was already a cyberpunk time traveler. And I was like, that's a very specific but surprisingly uncommon theme. So I went with Isekai Prince. Signing up for the Princess Exercise Trainer. Yeah, you can train me. You can correct me and train me and everything. You can train my body. Like, oh my gosh, shut up, Enaria. anyways, anyways, guys. Okay. So I actually. Oh wait, this is okay. So I was gonna say something about my streaming stuff. So I don't know how to use VBridger. So I was gonna try to sort out my rigging, and I was gonna tweak it a little bit. And then I figured that, you know what, live 2D is a problem I'll tackle another day. This is kind of complicated. Like, I just figured out how to shut up, Moral. Anyways, I just figured out how to do OBS. I don't need to learn how to do live 2D. I'm a princess. I'm just a woman. My stupid woman brain can't handle a lot of things, okay? So, like, be patient with me, guys. Gotta save some reveals for mouses. I was thinking that too. It's like there's like a bunch of stuff that I could just add like slowly, like certain assets, certain overlays, certain emotes, things like that. So I'm excited doing like reveals. Also, I have a question. Do you guys want me to do like the corny VTuber debut thing where I show my model like feet first? Because I was gonna zoom in on certain features that you guys can't really see from here. For example, like my earrings, my shoes, you cannot see a lot of things. So I was gonna like show off my outfit, but yeah, feet first is traditional. Okay, this is how all the cool kids do it. Hi, Stronger. Welcome. But yeah, when you're the girl, feel your competition, your opponent is Enaria. Hey, this is cyberbullying. This is hateful speech. Um, what sort of rigging issues do you need to fix? It's not that I have rigging issues. It's more like I want to tweak stuff. Like, for example, I can't pout and I can't frown, and I'm always smiling. And as much as I am a smiley person, I wanna showcase my displeasure sometimes. So yeah, sure. Do you happen to have some concept art around actually? Wait, what do you mean? If you have the concept art, maybe you can explain a little about the fact. Ooh, that would be fun. And I actually have the original concept art. It's very different from how I look now, so that should be funny. Cause I remember who was it? It was that guy Kenji. He you guys probably know him, like Kenji, Sun Kenji. He showed his original design before, and it was actually supposed to look more like how his pilot looks. So it's like his flesh self. So he was gonna be more dark skinned, he was gonna have dark hair and everything, and he was gonna look more like his human self. So I was like, oh, I could probably show like my original sketch as well, so like you guys can see that. And as a yeah, I'm a very pouty person. It's like it's kind of embarrassing, but it's like I do have sundara tendencies, and that's part of it. Like, do you have any idea how often I pout like to my friends? I'm just like, you guys are stupid. You guys are stupid. Why are you always bullying me? You know, like, so it's like I do wanna showcase like a pouty face, but I'll figure it out at some point. Um, it's it's very complicated. It's not complicated to the point where I can never figure it out. It's just that I don't have the time to figure it out right now. So later in life, mayhaps. But right now, I'm working on overlays and assets and like my loading screens. So I'm excited. Like, I'm in a very productive mood the past couple of days, and it's like I'm just watching war films while working on like my OBS and Twitch stuff. So that's funny. I was also thinking about like revamping my Twitch alert thing, because I did have something already for the Twitch alert that I just whipped up in Canva, but I kind of don't like it. And I was looking on Etsy and Booth for like inspiration. There's a bunch that look nice, and I was gonna buy some of them, but I was like, I kind of want to make one myself instead of just buying it, mainly because it's like I see stuff that I think is close to what I want, but then I check it out. I'm just like, it's no, it's gonna mess up the branding if it's even slightly off by like even just like the color of it, you know. I have very strong branding in mind, so I'm gonna stick with the branding, and so that's gonna that. So I'm gonna have to sort out how to use After Effects. So many things I'm learning the past couple of days. So yeah, that's interesting. I like learning. It's just I get overwhelmed sometimes if it's like tech related. I'm sorry, Rixie, but your kind bullies me too much. Hi Lottie, welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. Hi. Um, perfectly fine to focus on the fundamentals and add later. Exactly. I was thinking like you guys could also suggest things too. Like, I mean, I already talked about how I want to design my emotes because I'm not affiliated yet. So I want to like be able to design my emotes with you guys, and we can just like add them like one by one or something like that. You know, like it seems like a really fun idea to like have you guys like have your input in. Can you ever can you even add assets on AniLive? Or is this like, oh, this is for Twitch debut? You cannot add assets on AniLive. That was the first thing like we asked. Like how come we can't use our toggles? We can't add assets. Blah blah blah. Hi Sora, welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. How's my day going? I'm great. I am just relaying my Twitch debut plans. I'm not really sure when I'll be done with all of this, because I told you guys that I wanna debut on Twitch once I have everything sorted out. I don't wanna rush myself and give myself like such a strict timeline. I don't wanna like have to be like, oh, I need to do it by the 18th or something. But I do want to at least give myself like I at least want to plan the debut like to be within the month, because I want to stream on Twitch for Halloween week, because I wanna play some spooky games. So I wanna debut already, but I don't wanna rush things. I don't wanna rush things because good things take time, right? So I'm gonna try to be productive while not like half-assing things. So that's the last thing I want, is like to put out like half-ass projects. Hi, Sora. When we first tested AniLive, my heart monitor was off and Dr. Fish was cut in half. Oh yeah, and I was not holding my wine before. So I was just I had both my hands down, and then they asked us, okay, since you guys can't use toggles, is there a toggle that you guys want as your default on AniLive? And so I said, oh, I want to hold my wine glass, and so that's why I'm here, permanently drinking. But I'm glad that you're wait, Rigsy. I don't remember because I don't normally pay attention to the heart monitor thing. I normally just look at your boobs like a normal person. Is your heart monitor animated on AniLive, or is it just because I watch your Twitch streams, so I don't know what it's like on AniLive. I haven't. I forget. um, I think so. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so it does. Wait, to the Rixie viewers, this is Rixie's heart monitor thing. Like, is her like heart chest thing? Like, is it animated? Like, does it lights up, right? It lights up or something. I never stopped to check if it was beating or if it was just constantly on. Yeah, no, that's the thing because I remember it beating on your Twitch stream, so I don't remember what it looks like on AniLive. I'll check now. Yeah, look in the archives. Oh, Rixie, I can't wait to collab with you with my body. I'm so excited. I'm gonna nut. It is beating. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Um, yeah, I'm like, man, I'm gonna nut from excitement. You know those little dogs that like get so excited they start humping things. Experimental docking with robot girls. Oh god, that sounds like a great doujinshi. That sounds like it'll be like a really good like hentai. I mean, all you really need, right, is like to replace like the attachments. If we need to make Rixie a futa, we can. It's like it's probably like a plug and play situation. My friend had a female dog that would hump everyone while they were sleeping during sleepovers. Oh my god! Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. That's the thing that I thought was so funny was finding out that dogs did that out of excitement rather than just like being in heat. Because it's like you don't want something like humping you because they're horny, like like just out of nowhere. You kind of I pretend I do not see. Dogs be weird like that. To be fair, I also be like that sometimes, just humping things. No, no. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I'm probably gonna start my monthly cycle soon because I've been craving a lot of sweets recently. Like the past few days, I've been craving sweets more than normal. But other than that, I've been also like really, really you know dog Naria. No, we're gonna put out furry Naria, fursuit Naria first. Yeah, so we're gonna have like my fursona out first, and not that I'm a furry or anything, but this Inaria has a fursona. The wild Inaria times. Yeah, exactly. So if ever I get really um sexually charged in my future streams, it'll probably be because of that, because of like hormonal imbalance. I'm just giving you guys a warning right now. Because yeah, I can tell my monthly cycle is coming. What is the thing that Cersei Lannister said to Sansa? She said, "Oh, has your red flower blossomed?" And I hated that phrase so much. Ah man. But anyways, if I have like some horny streams or horny conversations on streams, it's gonna be because of that. So I apologize in advance. Thank you for being patient with me. Anyways, now that I'm done giving you guys a rundown of what I've been up to the past couple of weeks and what my future holds for me, I will have to say goodbye for now. Thank you again, Iwin, for restreaming me. But yeah, I am gonna go back to working on assets because I have a lot to prepare before my Twitch debut, whenever that will be. But hopefully within the month. I'm trying to aim for like the third week of October, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm basically gonna just go over the same things again. For the people who missed today's stream. For tomorrow night's stream. So yeah, hope to see you guys there. I will be doing future planning. So we will be discussing possible future streams or things that you guys want to include in my on my future streams. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming. Hope to see you guys on my next stream. But until then, take care and have a good day. Bye. Here's do I give you guys a sloppy kiss? Here's a sloppy kiss for old time's sake. Okay, bye bye, you guys. Bye, everybody. Thank you again, Iwan. Bye.